Oh,
Silk
God.
Song.
Here we go.
Where are you, Silk Song?
Where
are you?
Feeling bored with your video games?
It looked really good.
Your library is
Ill,
full,
dude,
but it's
and
leaving
Into
you
the
feeling
Abyss.
empty inside.
Into the Abyss.
Look,
You sat down and
fucking
played
sick.
your
I
entire
was trying to remember the
gameplay
name of the other one I
from
was
beginning to end.
interested
By the time you
in.
finished, you'd be 9,000 years old, and everyone you loved would be dead, including you. Don't let this happen. There is a better way. Hi, I'm Tim Schafer from Video Games, and I'm here to tell you about Day of the Devs. Day of the Devs is an all-volunteer curation committee that plays hundreds of games so you don't have to, and brings you the very best of them to show you at places like this digital showcase that you're about to see today. How much does this cost, you might ask? $5 million? $10 million? Absolutely nothing. Day of the Devs is a non-profit and supported entirely by generous contributions from people like you and also our generous sponsors.
Do you bring
So
an
all you have to do
Ashcroft
right
into
now
it?
is sit
I know,
back,
What a
it's
deep
crazy.
cut. What a weird deep
I feel
cut.
like I need to
Enjoy
like
Day
deep
of the
dive on
Devs
lore
digital
for like a
showcase.
month and a
What a
half
deep
before
cut,
this
dude.
game.
What a fucking deep cut. Holy fuck, dude.
Because the Ashcroft twins.
I'm excited to introduce the first
No,
look
that's the
at a
Ash
new
Freaks.
title
That's
from
Ash
Annapurna
Freaks.
Interactive and the
Yeah.
developers at No Goblin. Ever wanted to live the
Those
fantasy
are very
of
similar
chasing
names.
a place,
Very.
gathering intel, and pulling off a heist, all as a mysterious masterpiece?
Heist.
Well, in Snap and Grab, you'll be able to, and the developers are here to tell you how it's done.
Wow.
Also, dude, Scott Pilgrim beat him up.
Hello.
Yeah.
I feel like we need to turn this down just a little.
At No Goblin.
I'm Jamie, senior animator at No Goblin. And we're excited
Thank
to
you.
share with you No Goblin's new upcoming game, Snap and Grab.
Cool.
Okay. Okay.
Snap and Grab. What? What does
Photo
that
crime adventure.
I'm glad you asked. Picture this.
If you
It's
will.
the 80s. And you are nestled between
Oh,
high
snap,
fashion
like a
glamour
camera.
and high ticket crime.
As Nicky Nevada, the world's
Dude, I've been wanting to go
greatest
back to Wreck and
photographer,
Save for so fucking
you'll be
long.
my
tasked with
God,
visiting
yeah.
a variety of rich and lavish settings.
Can't believe you're doing it.
In which you'll have one question on your
This looks
mind.
cool.
What will you be stealing tonight?
Like Hitman Heist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this looks fun, dude.
Yeah.
Pokemon Snap heist game? It's like,
Sign me
come
up.
on.
In Snap and
Okay,
Grab,
cooking that.
you will do cool crimes with only your camera and your crew.
As you visit each venue, you will snap a variety of high-ticket items. And anything that might help or hinder your crew's chances of getting to them.
Then, you're done snapping.
That's cool.
You'll
You're
use your
scoping it
photos
out.
to
Yeah,
assemble your own
casing the
step-by-step
Snapped
plan
and
for
grab.
your crew
Here-
to
we're
grab
going
your
to-
future possession.
Plan the heist? Yes.
Just be sure to consider anyone who might get in your way.
I'm super
including
in for
Rio.
this. This
Yeah,
looks
it feels
Detective
very
has been
Hitman.
on Nifty's trail for quite some time now. Who knows when she'll
Hitman
catch up.
Cross, where in the
As
world
you
is
are
Carmen
not-
Sandiego?
Hell
Headline.
yeah.
You'll attract new
King
crew,
Casso?
giving you access to new ways to
cat.
snap and grab.
Is joining the
Will you
crew?
be able to plan the next perfect heist?
Or will your heist
Absolutely.
fail
I'm a professional.
spectacularly?
I love heists.
This is very
Oh,
cool.
so you
You
put it together
literally
on a
have to.
baseboard.
I
Yeah.
seriously need
We
to like
can't wait
run
to see what
outside
you
and
plan next.
scream
In
at the top of my
Snap and
lungs because I keep thinking about
Available
Resident
early
Evil.
next year on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and
That
S.
was actually a number you
Does
could call.
Untitled Goose Game ring a bell? It was one of the
There's
very
John.
early Day of the Devs games. So early, in fact, that when we asked the dev what the name of the game was, they asked,
All their video footage is slightly underexposed.
you know the rest of the story.
You hear that, John?
House, based in Melbourne, Australia.
Two different
is
locations
developing
now.
A brand new kind of experience that's unlike anything else you've ever played. But I'm not the right person to describe what it is. Better served that these anthropomorphized ant, duck, wobbly creature things do it for you. Take it away.
That's a spirit.
I thought it was raw.
Oh, these guys.
House. You might know us because of our
Oh
Goose
yeah,
Game.
these guys.
And we're here today to show you around our new game.
Big walk.
It's a cooperative
this looks
multiplayer
fun.
adventure made for friends to play together. It's called Big Walk.
It's a tricky game to describe, but it's mainly about doing two things, talking and walking. So talking, it's a big part of Big Walk, and we've put a lot of work into making a proximity voice chat system that feels natural and playful. You'll sound different if you're speaking up close
Hello.
or far away, Or in our tunnel?
Hello.
Or over our walkie-talkie?
Hello. Over.
Or behind soundproof glass? In a situation like this, where you can't hear each other, you'll need to find other ways to communicate. So we've given you lots of ways to point and gesture,
You could go scream in the
and plenty of
sound
tools
booth.
to stay in touch when you're out of earshot.
God.
And if you can't use voice chat, or you just don't feel like it, we've also made a proximity text chat system.
This
you
is
can
going to
play
be
the
a
entire game that way.
group stream.
This is cute.
Yeah.
The game is set in a big open world that we've filled with all kinds of stuff. To see it all, you'll need to go for a big walk.
The little schnoz like moving when you talk.
Exploring
is
as part of a
funny.
group is a special feeling. Our chat system makes it important to stick together, so navigating the world of Big Walk requires lots of teamwork and talking.
Oh, that's not like pass.
Communication.
As you explore, you can split up and go off on your own adventures, or even lose each other accidentally.
Like this map.
When you're apart, you
Yep,
won't be
that'll
able to
be me.
talk
There
face
I
to
go.
face,
Bye,
so finding
everybody.
your way back together
Yep.
isn't
I got
always
lost.
straightforward.
Damiani.
I went the wrong way.
If you get lost in the bush, don't worry. You'll find plenty of ways to stay in touch and find
Oh, you
each
guys
other
are so
again.
fucked. You're going to give me a microphone?
If anyone can hear me,
You guys are hoes. I'm going to be screaming on that thing.
thank you.
I'm over here.
Thank you.
This building behind me has a challenge in it. Completing challenges like these is the way you make progress through the game. They're all about teamwork,
Isla. This is
and
where
they're
we
all
sit
a little bit
back.
different.
Isla, solve it.
A lot of them are designed so that you
All
find
escape
funny
rooms.
and surprising new ways to talk. You might need to do some miming, or come up with a special code, or even sing to
Okay.
each
Yo,
other.
it's time for another. What's the ones we love? We're together.
Oh yeah,
Those are the
we were here
They're not
together.
Those
all
are the
about talking
best.
though. There's a bit of platforming in there.
Those are so fun.
Some sports, and some weirder stuff too.
Stop.
Our challenges are open-ended
Always lost
and leave
in the
plenty of room
bush.
for you to do things your own way. Like the rest of the game, challenges in Big Walk are about the joy of muddling through things together.
Yeah, this seems fun.
So that's Big Walk.
This will be great
There's
during the
heaps to
next
see and
global
do,
pandemic.
But there's
you
also
know?
lots of room to just hang out in between. We think there's some real magic that happens when you forget your
knock on
friends
wood, knock
and
on
find
wood.
yourselves doing
Good
something
Lord.
else entirely.
You can sit and watch the sunset,
Tell stories as you wait for the night to pass.
Go
I
dancing.
made myself sad.
or you could steal your friend's binoculars
Yeah, it has a
and
little
kick
The
them into the
Witness.
ocean.
There's a nod in Resident Evil Village. Ashcroft wrote a book. You can see the book.
Sorry.
We
It's an
hope you
outbreak
enjoyed this
nod
little
in
tour
Village or
and got a
7.
sense of what we think is so
might be
special
7.
about this game. We made Big Walk to be a nice way to hang out with your friends in a video game, and
What's
we
the
hope you
best
like
way to
playing
play
it as much
Outbreak?
as we do. Thank
the
you
way
for
we
watching.
do with the
Goodbye.
emulators.
Goodbye,
and shit
emulators.
like
Yeah, I was
that.
gonna say you just have to like kit bash it on a
it's
PC, right?
tough.
That's like the only way.
Yeah.
This looks great.
This looks fantastic, and we are
So
group
far, the
streaming this
batting
100%.
average for this
next title's from the
presentation
art
higher than
director of Journey
SGF.
and the team at Giant Squid who brought you beautiful titles like Abzu and The Pathless.
Sword of the Sea?
You'll see the
The
DNA
Sword
of
of
all
the
those
Sea.
games in this one as you surf the
Yeah.
sand on
Dana.
your sword and bring the sea back to life. This is Sword
This
of the
is
Sea.
legitimately
Hi, I'm Matt Nava. I'm
one of my
the
most
director
anticipated
at Giant
games.
Squid.
It looks great.
And
Yeah.
I'm very excited to share with you our latest game, Sword of the Sea.
cannot wait.
Yeah, this looks.
Cannot wait.
So many fish.
Sword of the Sea
Day
is
one.
a atmospheric adventure game where you surf on a sword,
Absolutely day one.
and it is trying to give you the kind of spiritual experience that you get as a surfer, a snowboarder, a skater. It takes a lot
yeah.
of what I've done in my previous games, going back all the way to Journey, Abzu, The Pathless, and you're going to see
Yeah,
those
it really
elements
is
in
all
the
of them.
game, but it's going to
You
take
see it
you
all.
somewhere new.
Yo, play Abzu if you haven't, dude. That one's good,
Sword of
chat.
the Sea is all
Quickie.
about
Probably cheap
movement,
and short.
getting into a flow state, and that's something that, as a snowboarder, I've experienced myself.
I'm a
feel like there's
snowboarder.
this kind of magical experience that you have with these extreme sports.
I
When
believe
you're
it was, like,
doing it,
one
you
of the
actually
first games I
find this
streamed
kind of meditative
Awesome.
when it first
quality.
started.
Yeah.
You are moving very quickly, but you get to understand
it just-
nature.
it just
in a
went
way
from
that you
water to
can't
sand.
Otherwise, you get
Like-
to see the whole mountain at once.
boys don't work
and that
on
lets you
water.
kind of
Unless you got
connect with the world in a deeper way. And I think that's what we want to do with the game.
Yeah, they said there's like a mechanic of like restoring the ocean or something like that to the desert.
Nice. Yeah, there's like. Yeah.
I'm really excited because Sword of the Sea has music written by Austin
Joe.
Wintory, a longtime collaborator who
That's
I
your
worked
guy.
with on Journey,
You know him!
Abzu, The Pathless, and he's done countless other games scores. but it also has movement inspired by the old skating and snowboarding games. So if you played the Tony Hawk games, if you played the old snowboarding games, you love the way you move in Sword of the Sea.
This looks tight.
So good. This is gonna be magical.
I've been missing a good snowboarding game.
We can't really
Journey and Abzu were both kind of slower pace.
Yeah.
Like Pathless is when you first started like skimming across things like this.
The environment, the conditions under which you might have one. Sword of the Sea is coming out this year, August 19th, on PlayStation 5 and PC, so wishlist now. Thank you.
This next world exclusive is a sequel to a game that has over 4 million players and counting. A runaway hit if there ever was one. But to make a sequel, you have to bring something new to the genre,
right?
something evolved, and that's exactly what this developer did.
Oh, Beetlejuice? Okay.
Oh, that's why I didn't know it.
I thought it looked like Winona, actually. Yeah.
Oh, there's a Skate Academy.
Mm-hmm.
So a Blueprints vibe here. You remember Blueprints? The game of the year?
Blueprint.
Welcome back, Isla.
To Escape Academy?
Yeah.
Are we still...
This looks hard.
Yeah.
This looks hard.
Nice. This one was tricky because my friends are making this.
I'm Wyatt.
Like, that's my friend Wyatt. Like I was at his house like 2 weeks ago.
Got
The
it.
sequel to
So it's like I've known about this for months.
Got it.
Escape Academy 2
I guess
is
we're
an
not
open
embargoed
world
anymore.
escape room
Sweet.
where between your escape room classes, you can explore a living and breathing campus that functions as one big escape room.
Yo, eat your
We
heart
felt
out,
inspired by
bully.
games like Animal Well and the Legend of Zelda series and how they leverage free roam puzzle
Animal Well,
systems.
Gabby's
So we're really
favorite
excited
game.
to bring that into the Academy.
Wyatt's a real sweetheart. I love you.
Our background as a studio is in building immersive narrative escape rooms. So when we started making a sequel for Escape Academy, we asked ourselves, how can we push that even further? We looked at feedback from the first game, and the #1 most requested feature, by a huge margin, was more Academy, to really get to be a student at the school. This time around, we're going to let you explore the campus, to go to classes, meet other students, and
Go to
most
class?
importantly,
Hell yeah, dude.
find lots of rooms to lock yourself up in.
Love that
That's
stuff.
what I always wanted.
I love that
Response
stuff.
to 2D level select
Joe!
map is now a fully realized explorable space. Whether you're returning to the Academy or stepping in for the first time, you'll find yourself in a world full of unique environments, from dusty puzzle archives to hidden rooms in unsuspecting places. The campus is designed to reward curiosity with secrets tucked into every corner for players to discover. From lighting and atmosphere to environmental storytelling, we've pushed every element to heighten immersion and mystery.
For Escape Academy 2, our approach to narrative is to really lean into the roleplay of embodying a student at the Academy. You can talk to your fellow escapists to unlock quests, discover lore, and naturally get hit with a deluge of groan-worthy puns. Apologies in advance. Over the course of the game,
Puns are my
you'll puzzle
favorite.
your way through character-driven
Stu,
quest
cool
sequences that string together campus challenges and
remember her.
escape rooms, taking you through your second-year curriculum and the game's central mystery. If you want to get a sneak peek at the game and help us unlock its full potential, join our Discord and sign up for a playtest. We'd love to borrow your brain.
Wishlist Escape Academy 2 today on
Want to eat
Steam.
your brain
And we'll
and
see
steal
you
your
when you get
knowledge.
back to school.
Devo, Smashing Pumpkins, Lush. All
Loved
these
it,
bands are
loved
part of
it.
the 80s, 90s
That was
vibe
Mixtape.
that is Mixtape, from the prolific creators of The
Mixtape.
Artful Escape. But this is not a music game or a game about music. It's a game about life and friends and the music that gets us through it.
And wrecking video rental stores. So rude. I will not forgive it. It's unforgivable.
Johnny Galvatron.
This is
I
our
love
secret
his
hideout where we
name.
make video games. This is one of our artists, Arden. Fuck off. We're the BAFTA award-winning team behind the
Did they say fuck off?
Yes.
But who cares?
BAFTAs.
What's next? We're making a mixtape.
Like that blue velvet
We're in
shirt.
Jeff Keighley's theme.
We're in Davido's too.
Oh, cool. Mixtape is a coming-of-age action-adventure game about three friends
Very
on their last
boring.
night together, listening to a perfectly curated soundtrack. It's a psychedelic retrospective, a musical
Stan
journey that
Bush.
documents the breadth of their friendship and their greatest hits.
Play on.
And another car!
Can you sketch?
The whole game is a mixtape. The music is a mixtape. There's a mixtape of mechanics from skateboarding to pulling slushies. A mixtape of eras, a mixtape of art styles and media designed to take you back to the teenage wasteland.
We gonna get your stash and keep going? That's a rookie move.
Yeah, have we taught you nothing, Cassandra?
What? We all go up to my room and immediately bolt? Dad, give away your grabbing booze.
But is the music any good? Holy flippin' meatballs, let me tell you all about it. Thank you very much. We got Joy Division, Devo, I love Devo, Smashing Pumpkins, Portishead, Roxy Music, Silverchair, Lush, The Cure, Susie and the Banshees, Stan Bush, the Jesus and Mary Chain, the unkillable Iggy Pop, and apparently many more.
Apparently many more.
Are they following us?
Yup. I can't go to prison.
Boxes!
Riding this card is great.
Yeah. Done that a few times. Some battle wounds from that.
This is a terrible idea! What are we doing?
If death looks you in the eye, dude, don't blink.
Oh boy.
Play it on Game Pass day one, wishlisted on
Hell yeah.
Steam, play it on a PlayStation or Epic or whatever.
Smart not to show the video wreck.
I didn't want to get all sweaty and shit. Fair.
Mixtape. Nothing but the hits.
So jazzed. So
Did you see that
hyped.
Drinkbox Studios just announced their next title, Blighted,
Yeah.
moments ago at the Summer Game
Let's
Fest?
go.
Well, now they're here to give you an in-depth look at the game.
Hey,
Hell
I'm
yeah.
Ian, the lead designer at Drinkbox Studios.
And I'm Augusto, art director at Drinkbox.
We're
Some of the
excited
best
to
in the
finally
biz.
tell you about our new game, Blighted.
Yeah. There's a little too isometric for you?
What's that?
Is it too isometric or no?
Action
Are you in?
Metroidvania
It
set
looks
in
more
a
like the
psychedelic
Hades style,
Western
so-
nightmare.
Yeah, it's like Hades.
The
So you're
game's
in.
full
Yeah.
of mysteries and secrets, and one of its coolest features is a dynamic difficulty system that constantly
Oh.
changes the enemies, the player,
do good.
and the world around you.
Hard.
as you
Hell
People in
Push
this
back,
world have
please.
a sacred ritual. When someone dies, a
I'm gonna
seed
suck
is
on
planted in the
purpose.
place. Over time, a tree grows from the
It's at
skull.
at the opportune moment. You
Then
start
I'll-
doing poorly.
I'll show my
Knowledge and
full
experience of their
abilities.
ancestors. That's how it was.
I
for
love this too.
generations.
Passing on knowledge is
That
sick.
is,
Oh, hey,
until
thanks,
the one they
Raiders.
call Sorcisto
Wow,
defiled
big
the
raiding
ritual.
party.
He
Hello,
discovered that
Raiders.
by eating
What
grains
up?
raw, he gained immense power. Sorcisto ate the fruits, destroyed the trees, and devoured your entire community.
Eating brains.
Doing
It's
so,
never
brains
out
to
of
gain their
style.
powers,
reality
yeah.
altering disease.
Always
That's a
in.
classic. That's Siler.
As the lone survivor.
Or he just had to
of a
look at it,
singular
right?
goal.
He had to look at
Hunt
your
down
brain.
Sorcisto
Touch him or
for the
something.
I don't
benefit of
remember.
the
Yeah, I only watched like 3 episodes of the show.
Now, like the rest of the world, you're afflicted with blight. It's constantly overtaking you, making enemies aggressive and unpredictable, and changing
the
your
Raider noise.
perception of the world. You can find ways to suppress it, or you can harness it to fight back even harder.
Touch
With
just
practice, you'll be
part,
chaining
okay.
together finishers, taking out huge blighted beasts, devouring their brains,
That
and
horse
using
is
their lungs to fight
awesome.
And then it looked like
for.
you were summoning it
With
later.
enough blighted memories,
to
you'll
open
start to
doors and
see
stuff.
new layers
Oh,
of
yeah.
reality, reach
Do you
hidden
like?
locations,
Oh, because
and
maybe
discover
you can
new
eat their
gameplay
brains and take on the
Blighted
powers
Marks are Studio's
yourselves.
first venture
Awesome.
into 3D.
That'd be cool.
Allowing the art team to bring their designs to a
shirt.
whole new level as they craft gorgeously eerie worlds for you to explore. You'll be making your way through remains of long-dead civilizations and manifested nightmares, through mines carved into the interior of petrified giants. and
Siler had to put
scaffolds
his
to the
fingers in
gods.
the brain, and
Xbox
Automod
has a rich history of
blocked
action games,
fingers
from
in.
Guacamelee to Severed,
Go
to
on,
Nobody
Automod.
Saves the World. And we're excited to
Nobody
craft
Saves the
another
World.
one that's
Guacamelee,
gonna put your
dude.
skills to the test. Blighted
I
will
love that it's
support
co-op.
full
Yeah, co-op is
like
nice.
many of our past games. And we're working with composer Jim
Guacamelee.
Guthrie.
I like
to create a
Guacamelee single
soundtrack
player
you'll
a
never
little more.
forget.
Mm.
We're excited for you to try
This
the
looks
game.
great for
and
co-op.
we're aiming to have a
They're
playable
like
demo later
weird
this year.
iridescence
Wishlist
on the water
the
is
game on
crazy
Steam
looking.
and follow us on social media to make sure you don't miss it.
This
I'm
next
not gonna
title
miss
is
it.
from a bona fide Day of the Devs alumni, Outerloop, whose games Thirsty
Oh,
Suitors and Falcon Age
here we go.
have both been previously celebrated in our showcases. Outerloop prides
Divas.
itself on being a minority-led studio with a mission to create accessible but meaningful
Joust,
games
dude.
about underrepresented cultures
Shout
and
out.
themes, and This title is a beautiful and vibrant example of just that. This is Dosa Divas.
Echo, let's go.
Pack a punch.
I really like the Outer Loop logo.
Mm-hmm.
No one cooks
Food.
anymore.
There you go, Blood.
Food in tubes?
Man.
Yuck. I'm so hungry.
This looks awesome.
A cooking mech?
This looks so fun.
I've seen that before.
Yeah. Naruto run.
The Naruto run on a
Excellent.
mech is very cute.
Battle your salty sister.
Crusher fast food empire. That's so
Sisters fast food
funny.
empire. Okay, music. Let's go.
Nice.
Dosa Divas.
Early
One last
2020s.
Hi,
meal.
I'm Eka, creative director of Outer Loop Games,
Hello.
and I want to
Hi.
introduce you to our new game, Dosa Divas, a spicy narrative-based RPG. Platform
What is
through
a
vibrant
dosa?
villages, battle corporate goons,
It's like an Indian pastry.
That's what I thought. It was like the little bread thing.
reconcile with loved ones,
That's it.
Yeah.
and
okay.
eat one last
That's what I
meal
thought it was.
together before saying goodbye. Double jump, drill, and grapple your way through the world to discover local ingredients, hidden paths, memories, and new
Now on
friends.
Indian food.
Engage in a flavorful turn-based combat system where every attack.
When
is
Suda
backed
showed
by
that curry that night, I had curry that night.
Oh yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna get curry.
I had Indian
Nice.
food today, too.
Animations are
Hitting the
great.
action
I had like a
button as the hit
vindaloo
lands
the other day.
amplifies your attack
I don't know if it's that
damage,
same day.
She's
strengthens
using like a
enemy attacks.
like a
Use
uh,
boost points at the start of your
like a
turn
walk
to
or
multiply
something as a
damage
shield.
on attacks.
I
And
love this little
match
suitcase
enemy
bot.
flavor cravings to
Like-
break down their defenses and
That
leave
is
them
totally a
stuck.
walk. That's fucking awesome.
Cook up made-to-order food to wake up villagers from a processed food-induced haze using the expressive cooking system. Delivering delicious, hearty meals reconnects communities with their culture, history, and shared memories, and increases your reputation. Serve up looks by customizing your spirit mech goddess. Create your own spicy style with custom wraps and accessories.
Oh
Dosa
my
Divas,
God.
our spicy narrative turn-based combat RPG, will be out in early 2026. Thank you.
Oh wow. Sick.
Our pals at Heart Machine, creators of Hyperlight Drifter and Hyperlight Breaker, have teamed up with our buds at Devolver.
Purple.
They're mixing things up with
Possessor.
surreal, interdimensional demon horror.
Some purple's
It's a
coming.
genre,
Yeah.
right? Or is it? a
Vibrant
genre?
magenta.
Should be a
Yeah.
genre. Here it is.
The color that launched in a cottage industry. Fuck is this shit?
Yeah, that's why I was like, it's different.
Was it Milton from Office Space?
One big
Big
arm.
arm.
Count it.
Whoa. Okay. Hockey stick. Yo.
Hit stop.
Yeah.
Professor Foss.
That professor's gone crazy.
Very pointy legs.
All right,
Hi,
I'm in.
I'm Miriam, producer at
Miriam,
Heart Machine, working on
what up?
Possessors. Possessors
Looks
is
cool.
a search action game set in Senzu, a corporate-run city which has been overrun
Search
by demons.
action. That's
What
how you
you
say
can see
that same
Metroidvania without
four
saying
animated
Metroidvania.
short
That
movies
is
is
so
powerhouse
funny, Blood.
animation. They each
You're
tell the
so
story
right.
of how a character or a creature
Weren't people saying they were like
survived
trying
the
to
attacks of the
avoid
demons,
saying it or
or how they
something?
perished.
Come up with different
In
words.
Possessors, you play as Luca, a A teenager
Necklaces
from
from the
Senzu
Museum
who
of
was
Jurassic
injured
Technology.
in the disaster. Luca was forced to make a deal with a demon
the
named Rem
Triforce?
for
What are you
both of them
talking
to survive. Rem possessed
Hmm?
her, healed
Her bee,
her,
I mean.
and made her strong. Now Luca and Rem are stuck together and forced to get along. They'll have to climb Senzu's skyscraper and fight through hordes of feral demons to escape the city. Along the way, Luca and Rem will discover what Senzu's corporate master were hiding.
Search
And piece
action.
together what happened by sharing their memory of the past. On behalf of the team, we're all very excited for you to play Possessors, which comes out later this year. In the meantime, you can wishlist Possessor on Steam, or try Luca's new demon power for yourself. A demo of the game will be available later today.
Sweet.
There it is.
That's awesome.
Moonlighter hooked me with its novel shopkeeping
Moonlighter
gameplay,
2.
its
Here you
clean
go,
combat,
Gibber.
and
Moonlighter
its satisfying
2.
dungeon-to-market gameplay loop. I could seriously play it all day, and I did. The developers at Spain-based Digital Sun seem to have made some ambitious
freaking
upgrades
hard.
to its sequel, including
Fair
an
warning,
expansive
everybody.
3D
Game is
world, a
freaking
big
hard.
change from its previous pixelated form. I hope
Oh,
you're
yeah.
as
It is a
excited
cute
as
guess,
I
yeah.
am to take a peek at Moonlighter 2: The Endless Vault.
Hi there, this is Isra from Digital Sun.
Hello.
I'm beyond thrilled to share this event with you and show what's in store for Moonlighter 2: The Endless Vault. Moonlighter 2: The Endless Vault is a sequel to our beloved shopkeeping roguelike. As in the first game, here you venture into ever-changing dungeons to fight enemies and find
You ever play
relics.
Moonlighter, Dominic?
Then you go to your shop,
Did you play
sell
Moonlighter?
your loot, and turn it into profit to get better gear. This unique blend of gameplay is what made the first game so special, and now we're bringing it to a whole new dimension of quality and ambition. Talking about new dimensions, this entry begins in Dresna, a blood-brimming town. Here,
Yeah,
Will
it's
finds himself
pretty.
stranded after one of his adventures. He won't be alone, though. Old and new faces will join him along the way. For now, let's jump straight into the portal, where every adventure unfolds and both battles and looting take place. From the arid lands of Hodu to the grassy landscapes of Aeolia, each biome offers new mechanics, enemies, and rewards. Combat has been vastly improved, with some enemies specialized in ranged weapons, while others focus on close combat. Once you clear a room,
Audio
several
not
things can happen. You
matching
might
with
find a
the
perk, in-run effects that can increase Will's power and unlock new abilities. The other
Heroin
option might
knees.
sound familiar to veteran merchants, as you can also stumble upon a chest. Inside, you'll find tons of priceless relics. Depending on where you place them, relics will unleash all kinds of effects.
You told me about this. This was crazy, blood, yeah.
Management will influence the outcome of your expeditions. Unlike in the first game, you'll be able to see the base value of each relic, although backpack effects can double or triple your profit. Let's say that you keep the adventure running. Let's say
Hey,
that
Luis.
you even feel very
Yeah,
good
now
to
I
fight
am.
two bosses. These battles will put your skills to the test. Take the so-called Herald, for instance.
That's fun.
This is one of the first bosses of the game and shows how the combat has evolved since the first Moonlighter. The Herald will throw projectiles and beams non-stop, forcing you to find cover and dodge hits. He's also protected by a sound barrier that you'll need to deactivate before
This looks like
striking
a fun
back.
fight.
Merchants need to be smart. It doesn't matter how far you get. Successful runs leads to the same place, your shop. The shop is where you put a price on your loot and try to get the best deals.
Well, you just got
There
firewood
are
on
ways
sale.
to
What's
influence
happening
the
here?
outcome. For now, all I can say is hustle hard, sell harder. Well, there's actually something I can already share with you. Just like the perks in the dungeons, you can also unlock special effects each time you open your shop. They can potentially skyrocket your profit, unleashing powerful synergies and selling streaks.
Synergies.
You never know what will happen when you open your shop. That's why we call it a shopkeeping roguelike after all. That's it for now. After nearly 7 years since the original Moonlighter was released, we hope you are as
7 years,
excited as we are.
What?
Please stay tuned
7
to our
years?
socials
That's coming
for
out in
all
the
things
summer?
Moonlighter
That's-
2:
wait,
The Endless Vault.
I thought it was a little
See
further
you
out.
in Dresna.
Inspired by
Can't
Pietro
believe
Riva's
7 years ago.
manifesto, Rejector, Thomas feels driven to advance our medium by creating games
And
for new
or
audiences,
manifesto.
to hopefully entice
Yeah.
those who might not be usually interested in playing a video game to take an interest. From Thomas Waterzoo, creator of Please Touch the Artwork, this is Please Watch the Artwork.
World premiere.
Welcome to Day of the Devs ASMR edition. My name is Thomas Waterzoo, and I'm a developer from Belgium. I'm the creator of Please Touch the Artwork, a series of casual and accessible games based on real paintings, where I explore
Awesome.
what would happen if we did touch the artwork. I usually start by choosing a painter.
Never
I
played
like,
that.
And then think about what gameplay
This feels like
would fit
the
their art style.
The old days of
For
computer
my third
games.
game,
like-
I fell in love with American realist painter Edward Hopper. But this time, you're not gonna be touching artworks. You're just gonna be watching them. At night. Please watch the artwork is a psychological spot the difference game, where you are a night watch at the Museum of Animated Modern Art.
Okay. Wow.
Short,
Mom?
Your job is simple. Watch the
I love
paintings
this
and
song.
report any anomalies.
It's an I'm on
However,
observation
these
duty
are not
game.
your everyday paintings.
What the
They are
fuck?
alive, and there is a mysterious sad clown wandering around, spreading their sadness.
That's the same
over
logo
all the
as
paintings.
MoMA, the Museum of Modern
You're gonna
Art in
need
New York
good
City.
memory, focus, and lots
That's
of coffee to avoid this from happening. If you don't know Edward Hopper, no worries. You don't need to
He's
know
great.
to be able to enjoy the game. But he's most famous for his painting, Nighthawks. He depicted themes like loneliness and urban isolation, so for me it made sense to create a psychological horror game. I also wanted a mechanic that made people really look at the paintings, hence the spot the difference gameplay. There are no
You
jump
remember
scares
that
in this
painting? I
game.
just sent that one
No
to you. Death of
monsters.
Marat?
The only
Yeah.
things that are chasing you are the feelings of paranoia, self-doubt, and maybe some nostalgia
This
towards
game looks
Hopper's America
awesome.
from the early
I
20th
love how it's
century.
literally
Okay,
observation
you've got some
duty.
clowns, but they are kind of harmless. It's just you,
Kind of.
the night,
Sketch.
and the paintings. I
Oh,
don't
God.
have a release date yet, but you can now wishlist the game on Steam. However, and don't tell this to anyone, it's probably gonna be around Halloween this year. Thanks to Day of the Devs for giving me this wonderful opportunity.
Really selling me.
And I really
Yeah,
hope
it
you
looks
like
fun.
this
Yeah.
bizarre
Be a good
little thing I
stream.
made. Bye-bye.
And I love Eric Satie, so. Anomaly repainted.
We've had a long time love affair with this next dev at Tribute Games. It goes all the way back to the very first day of the dev,
Tribute.
where we showed Mercenary Kings. It's been amazing to see
Tribute.
what they've done since then with games like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's
Tribute.
Revenge, which is a huge nostalgic bomb, and they're set
Which
to deliver
one? Who is
again
it?
Tribute.
with Marvel
Oh, okay.
Comic Invasion.
Hi.
Here we go.
Yeah.
And I'm Kevin Chiasson. We are part of Tribute Games from Montreal, Canada, and are currently working on Marvel
this
Cosmic
is better
Invasion.
than
Marvel Cosmic Invasion is a retro-inspired beat-em-up set in the Marvel Universe. When Annihilus launches an attack across the galaxy, it's up to 15 Marvel superheroes to save the day.
So far, we've announced Captain America, Spider-Man, Venom, Wolverine, Storm, Nova, Phyla-Vell,
And we've just revealed that Rocket Raccoon and She-Hulk are joining the fight.
Now who are you
Each
gonna reveal
heroes
here?
have been designed around their unique strengths and powers. Some of them can
Punching
take on
Rocket is
airborne
so funny.
enemies, while
God, I
others
love the way
can
it
deal
looks.
devastating
It's
damage closer
Insane.
to the ground.
Yeah, this pixel art is
We also
so
introduced
good.
an exciting mechanic, the Cosmic Swap. A tag team system allowing for instant switching between two heroes, creating powerful combos and unique strategies.
For level design, we recreated iconic Marvel settings such as the Mutant Heaven of Genosha, the high-tech mobile base of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Hell
Helicarrier,
yeah.
plus a
Helicarrier, dude, S.H.I.E.L.D., where's Coulson?
We had a lot of fun inserting fan favorite references for you to find out in the background, so keep a lookout.
Coulson
As
will be
devoted
there.
fans of the
I
Marvel
hope
Universe,
so,
we
Blood.
saw this
Be
project as a
there.
huge
I
honor
hope.
And a great opportunity to celebrate our childhood's fondest memories. Who knew that the countless hours spent at the comic book shop or the arcades would bring us here today?
We hope that Marvel Cosmic Invasion is a true love letter to all fans who grew up with the Marvel Universe.
Marvel Cosmic Invasion is coming to PC and consoles this holiday.
Holiday.
And now for something of a moodier persuasion. A horror fantasy life sim, co-directed by the pixel artist from Celeste, with haunting and lovely music from Disaster Piece, composer of Hyperlight Drifter, It Follows, and Fez. And to boot, an amazing group of human developers from Vancouver.
Yo.
Okay.
Okay, okay. farming in some dungeons. Whoa. Sick.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Isa, programmer and writer of Neverway.
And I'm Pedro, artist and designer of Neverway, a horror RPG in live sim, and the debut title of our new studio called
I
Blood
don't
Inc.
know what they said.
You play the game as Fiona. After quitting your dead-end job, you try
art.
to start over on a farm, a place where you can escape from all your problems and finally start fresh.
But it gets darker. Fiona will find herself indebted as immortal herald of a dead god. With your sword, you can fight in a fast-paced combat, and you can choose your secondary gear to change how you fight, like a hookshot you just crafted.
But remember, you still need to keep your new life on track. You can do things like shopping at the Cellmart or paying your mortgage using your very own Luna OS computer.
Oh boy.
You can also
Hell
be
yeah. Animal
friends
Crossing is
or
back.
even romance more than 10 characters, each with
dream
their
of
own
paying a
special
mortgage.
cutscenes and routines that can interact with each other.
And as you get closer to those characters, you can use those relationships to unlock new combat abilities that change the way you fight.
You can farm, fish, and cook, but Neverway doesn't play like a regular live sim RPG. Time progresses in 3 blocks: morning, afternoon, and evening, and you choose when to advance by doing things like eating, sleeping, or reading a manual.
Oh, that's nice.
The idea is to let you set your own pace, so you can choose when you want to fight or when you just need a break and see your friends.
You will eventually start searching for the Neverway, a decaying, nightmarish reality that is slowly leaking into yours. There you will learn what's happening to this dark, post-apocalyptic world as you pay out your debt.
If this sounds like your kind of game, you can wishlist Neverway on Steam and stay up to
That
date with our latest
Wu-Tang game?
announcements. And thank you for
Did you already
watching.
say this? That's a Danny Pena. His company helped them with that.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's time for a world premiere. This one.
Yeah,
What was the name of that game?
Consulting. Yeah, I didn't catch
the previous
what the name
title.
was.
The postmodern platform semblance.
Wu-Tang Rise
earned them a
Up.
place
No,
on
no,
the
that game that just
30 on the
happened.
30 list back in 2018, along with a host of other accolades. And since then, they've been hard at work on Relooted,
Neverway?
heist game which tackles a
Neverway.
political and
Never
righteous
Away?
subject
No,
matter.
Neverway.
Please take a look.
Neverway.
We need a ride.
Thank you, Chad.
Something incognito.
Like a submarine? No, but also fast. Like a jet/submarine.
Can you be serious?
Ready.
Hi, I'm Maka, the lead animator at Nyamakop.
And I'm Sita, producer at Nyamakop.
Relooted is set in the near future,
Nyamakop.
where a new treaty has been signed between the West and Africa. The treaty goes that all African artifacts that are on public display must be returned to their country of origin.
Fuck yeah.
But museums are using a loophole to avoid repatriation. They begin to
Whoa.
only exhibit artifacts in private. Our heist crew is made up of regular people
That honestly
who band
sounds
together to
like
see these
something they would
artifacts
do.
returned
Yeah.
to their country of
Sounds
origin.
real.
Operating from a hideout in Johannesburg, South Africa.
Cuckoo, how do you do the mysterious plane, guy?
Are you not
Morally justified heists, dude?
Yeah.
That's tight.
do tomorrow.
In the real world, a French government report estimated
Where
that
Eagles Dare or
90%
whatever.
of
Is that
sub-Saharan
right?
African culture heritage is in the
They
possession
like rob
of
the
Western
Nazi
collections.
train of
That
paintings.
is millions
What is that?
upon
I think the
millions
train.
of
The
deeply
train. Yeah.
That's a
important
movie?
Cultural,
Yeah.
spiritual,
So good.
and personal artifacts, including human remains, that
This is
aren't
so
in their
real,
rightful
dude.
place. While the
Yeah.
locations in the game are vague and invented, the 70 artifacts in Relooted are very much real. And, as of today, reside in Western museums and private collections. Take, for example, the Ngaji drum, a hugely important spiritual item to the Pokomo people of Kenya. It was believed destroyed in 1910. In
Shout out
reality,
Kenya.
it had been sent and kept in storage in a European museum. In 2016, a museum let a
That's where
Pokomo
Sophia's
prince
dad is from.
visit the drum in storage.
I didn't
He
just
was
say that
the
randomly.
first Kenyan in over 100 years to see the drum. It still remains in storage today.
That's
Whoa.
crazy.
Yeah, I think I've
Before
heard
each
that
mission
story.
in Relooted, players will receive a briefing where they can learn more about these artifacts, where they are from, their significance,
Oh, that's cool.
and how
This
they
is
came to be
great.
removed from the African continent.
He was taken to England following the suicide of his father.
and the defeat of the Ethiopians by the British at Magdala in 1868.
Relooted is a combination of action and puzzle. Once you pick up a target artifact, the alarm triggers, and you only have a certain time to get out before security arrests you. The puzzle comes in figuring out your plan, and the action comes in executing it. The heists are made up of 3 phases.
This seems cool.
In phase 1, you case the joint, collecting information about where the targets are and what obstacles you'll face.
From here, we can smash the security glass and get you up to the next floor.
In phase 2, you roll
Going
the
in
level,
loud.
carefully avoiding tripping the alarm and preparing your escape route.
It's really cool to have the like cultural significance.
Yeah, not just about like
In
gold
phase 3,
or
you
cash.
execute, flowing through your plan,
Like emotionally
and evading
invested
security
in these
systems
heists.
as you carry Africa's heritage home. Relooted is coming to Steam, the Epic Game Store, and Xbox Series X and S. You can wishlist it now.
Remember Patapon, that charming series
Nice.
of
Goddamn
games
right.
about those little dudes walking around doing stuff and making music? Well, there's a sequel.
Ratatan.
Well, kind of a sequel. It's a spiritual
Patapon.
successor. It's the core team from Sony Japan that made the OG games coming back at you with more charming little dudes doing stuff while making music. Here it is.
こんにちは。
Yeah.
パタボンの原作者であり、現在ラタタンの開発をしております。
Padawan's so fucking good.
そして私はラタタン
Yeah,
の
you're
リードプロデューサーを
excited
務める
So
坂
excited.
和人と申します。
私は現在サーフィンやランニング、そして大好きな
Marathons.
けん玉の練習をしている時以
Clockwork
外は
Orange?
常に
Appearance?
ラタタンがより面白くなるように努力をしているところになります。
ラタタンはよりカラフルなデザインと、オンラインマルチプレイモード、ローグライトなど新たなゲームデザインに取り組んで日々開発を行ってい
Jeez,
ま
a
す。
lot more going on. Holy moly.
そして皆さんと一緒に育ててきたファンベースはとても素晴らしいものであり、コミュニティに投稿していただける応援のメッセージとか可愛らしいファンアートにはいつも励まされています。
So jolly.
プロデューサーとして日々この業界の苦しさを感じております。ですがこのように自分たちの好きなゲームが作れることに日々喜びを感じています。我々インディーチームですのでまだまだ皆さんの支援が必要となります。今日は、新しいトレーラーをお持ちしましたのでぜひご覧いただきたいと思います。それではどうぞ。
So fun, dude. The music is
Shit
always
is happening
so
right now.
good. Gets stuck in your head forever.
The art style is so fun.
Mm-hmm.
This is insane.
Yeah. Rataport.
Oh, nice. Little town.
Yeah.
Equipment.
What's not going on there with the equipment?
Yeah. Oh, there's like a bunch of difficulty options there.
New karaoke song. Easy to remember the lyrics, yeah.
Get him! Awesome. Pirate ship on a crab's back.
Yo, crazy eyes.
How many video games feature an ice attack?
Most.
Early access July 25th.
Sick.
Whoa, they just said they had a long way to go. I didn't expect early access.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Also, I love this.
God.
Cheers.
This next game, led by the
Cheers.
legendary Warren Spector of Epic Mickey and Deus Ex fame, is a totally new take on stealth.
Rain it
This
down.
talented
Rain
team
it
is making
down.
something like nothing else. It's an
What's it gonna
evocative
be?
game set in a turn-of-the-century universe.
Warren
and I
Spector needs a
cannot wait
win.
to play it.
Hi, I'm Warren Spector.
Yo, look at this room.
Other Side Entertainment. At Other Side, we don't play it safe. We take chances. We tackle hard problems. And we do what's right for games and gamers. And what's right now is Thick as Thieves. It's a multiplayer stealth action.
This is the one. This is the one we were talking about.
Yeah, the one I saw at Game Awards.
That's right. Okay. Yeah, this game looks promising.
Looks cool,
For
yeah.
sure
The team behind
promising.
the game is so excited by the response.
Heists are in right now.
I was
huh?
gonna say,
Heists are in.
Jeez.
It is the year of the heists. It's almost as though people feel disenfranchised by the ultra wealthy and want to just smash and grab.
Yeah.
It's like what could
Snap
be?
and grab.
Well, yeah. What could be driving those people?
So we're
It's just super
trying
dark.
to have
Watching Hell or High Water
bells and
tonight.
whistles of
Dude,
an immersive
that's a
stealth
good
game,
movie.
Like
Yeah, it
hiding in
is.
shadows, understanding NPC pathing and vision cones, and timing your movements with them, and lockpicking your way through a guarded location. The X factor to me, however, is probably the presence of other players in the same game.
Blackjack to the back of the head.
I could study the AI all day long. I could study the levels all day long. But the other thing is, I don't know what another player is going to do. Are they going to actually pickpocket me, making situations that are just so fun? Something that
That's
won't
fun.
happen in another match ever
Well, yeah,
again.
'cause you have, like,
I think
magic,
that's the
right?
thing that I'm
Or
looking
something?
most forward to
Yeah.
seeing players do.
I can feel like a real master of stealth or deceit or cunning because I'm not just outsmarting NPC AI, which can be satisfying, but it's an actual human being that I'm getting the best of.
So one of our core design pillars in Thick as Thieves is to play with your ears. And to me, that means a lot as audio director because you understand your surroundings at all times. You understand where you are on the map. You can hear where other thieves are. You can hear other threats.
Yeah, the
like
streams.
guards.
This will
you
be
can
great
also
for
be able to
streams,
tell
for
like,
sure.
oh, I'm in this quiet environment, and then I can hear
really
outside.
like
it's
the
very
font.
loud. So I'm thinking
love
to myself,
all- yeah,
wow,
the
okay,
look
it's
of it
raining
is so awesome.
and there's a
That's
thunderstorm.
cool.
Maybe that can mask some of my sounds, so I can kind of go in undetected.
Crag
And
and
a lot of
Firth.
this is not faked. If you hear a
Colin
train in
Firth.
the background in the distance,
Shut up.
there's actually a train passing by. in
The
the
king's speech.
The king's speech.
Every thief for themselves, right?
Heretic.
Thieves going at it 1v1v1. And one
That's
thing that I really
Hugh
like
Grant.
to do is kind of
That's
stay
Hugh
back
Grant.
in the shadows and watch everyone go
Same
at
difference.
it. People are falling into my traps, and then just waiting for the right moment to
The
swoop.
Kingsman.
There we go.
There we go. There we go. Back on track.
So every match is always fresh to me. The weather changes, the locations of the clues or the loot, the guard patrols, and of course the players are always on their own separate quests. So really anything can happen.
London House! That's far enough.
That's we've been working on this game for a while now, and I'm just totally stoked that other people are excited about it too. I really want to get this game in front of more players as soon as we can, and I'm hoping that many of you will sign up for a playtest. We'd love to get your feedback on the game, and we'd love to show you what we've been putting together over here. So, thank you very much.
This is a new title from a longtime
Fun
collaborator
poster.
of ours, both at Double Fine Presents, where we published our game Kids, and here at Day of the Devs, where we've highlighted titles like Time Flies.
Oh.
Here's a first look at their new
Harmony
game,
Korine.
Pocket Boss.
Pocket Boss.
Hi, I'm Mario. I'm roughly half of a small
Hi,
studio called
Mario.
Playables based in Zurich, Switzerland.
Yeah.
I worked on games like Plug and Play and Kids. But now I'm looking forward to show you something brand new, Pocket Boss. Pocket Boss is a short game about the small joys of manipulating data. As a remote worker, you're in touch with your boss through a chat interface and will get all kinds of requests. Be smart, erase competitors with one swipe of a finger, navigate the stock market without crashing, and generally find easy solutions for hard problems.
Where's the shareholder?
Verify if everything looks
Final
correct,
boss, the shareholders.
And most importantly, beautiful.
That's hilarious.
Manipulating the chart.
But as you do all that, the charts start to get a life of their own. They go
Oh my
wild.
gosh.
Will you be able to tame them? Or maybe even find your own satisfaction on your way to success?
What on
Pocket
earth?
Boss is an intimate encounter with data exploring the secret life of charts.
Very funny.
The game will come out later this year. You can find more information and a link to the Steam page on pocketboss.ch. Thank you.
No, it's
This
fine.
autobiographical game is all about food and our complicated relationship with what we eat and what we see when looking at the scale.
So much
Its
food,
unique
not
gameplay
Kojima.
unpacks the frustration and even the strange humor of cooking, eating, working out, and more. And we finally have a release date.
Hi, I'm Jenny.
Hi, I'm AP.
We're the co-directors of Consume Me.
Consume Me won the Seamus McNally Grand Prize at the 2025 Independent Games Festival.
More importantly, it's about to get its release date announced at Day of the Devs.
After we talk specifically about how food
Yeah,
is.
Did you feel like a complete jerk and or a loser in high school? Well, I did.
And I did not stop her from spending several years of her adult life letting me make a hardcore role-playing game about it with her.
I was not my high school valedictorian. My grades were a toilet emoji. Furthermore, 0 European museums had ever yet featured an exhibit of my art. So the only thing I could think of to want to do was get hot. That's where you come in. Are you tough enough to help cartoon me get hot?
Each story chapter leaves Jenny with new goals and not enough time to comfortably accomplish them.
You, the player, must manage her schedule by making meticulous decisions about how to spend her free time.
Every activity costs or boosts different resources. These activities often involve mechanically hilarious minigames.
In Consume Me, putting food on your lunch plate is a puzzle game.
You can buy a sponge at the corner store to make the hitbox bigger in the bathroom cleaning minigame, and you can also wear a special outfit that
WarioWare
results in
energy.
your mom
Yeah,
giving you more money if you clean the whole bathroom.
Yoga might kill you.
Encounter cash on the street while walking your dog.
This part is based on real life, by the way. 1 out of every 16 times I walked my dogs over the past 4 years, I've encountered a crisp 20 on the ground.
Can you win the heart of the boy of your dreams? Can you hold on to it? Can you chart a course toward a sustainable future? Can you fit just one more to-do goal on your plate?
Anxiety.
Or is it all full to bursting?
More importantly, does any of this matter, either in the game or in real life?
We don't have time to spoil the story here.
So you'll have to find out yourself when Consume Me comes to Steam on September 25th, 2025.
Please wishlist it as soon as you can.
Seriously, at the rate of $20 for 16 dog walks, it is going to take me 1,095.89 years to earn $1 million, and we need to make another game after this.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Sometimes great games can go unnoticed. If you're lucky, maybe you build a small cult audience, but very rarely do those games go on to inspire huge games like Undertale. That's exactly what happened with this game. Originally released in 2008, and now seeing a release on Steam and Switch, this is Off.
Hello, I am Mortis Ghost, a Brussels-based comic book artist and creator of the game Off.
Off.
Never played it.
Off is a game I made
Or heard
15
of
years
it.
ago when I was still a big, sweety, drooling crybaby.
Dang.
It's a Japanese-inspired RPG.
People
where you
were
control
crazy
baseball bat
about this
chasing
game in
ghosts
like
in a 2D
2011.
strange world. I made this game with no other ambition than to create something funny to show my
But it was
friends
only in
and the few
French.
people on the internet. But it got out of my control and became very famous. The reason is that the game is somehow cursed. It harbors a diabolical force that I can't describe. I ask you please not to play it.
Hi, I'm Jack Murphy, a dev on Off.
I'm Ryan Allier and the studio director. It's been a pleasure to work with Mortis Ghost to bring Off to fans old and new.
Off has inspired many indie RPGs over the years, such as One Shot and Undertale.
Hey everyone, it's Toby.
Off was a big inspiration to me and Undertale, and I hope you will take this chance to play it either for the first time or the 100th time. Oh.
Off celebrates its 17th anniversary this year, and we've worked hard to preserve its original spirit as we bring it to modern platforms.
In addition, Mortis Ghost has designed 6 new bosses for returning controllers. Plus, we have a new soundtrack, which you're hearing right now, and revamped combat.
Revamped.
You're a baseball player in this, Hubert.
Hell yeah, sign me up, I'm in.
But they told us not to play because it's cursed.
Yeah,
true.
Can't play it.
We're proud to announce Off's release date for Nintendo Switch and Steam.
Switch 1?
I mean, I'll play on Switch too, so. You're gonna hear a lot of games where it doesn't announce we'll say Switch.
The Switch 2 is just
like Nintendo's probably gonna only one who says like Switch 2 a lot.
It's a Switch Pro.
Nice. Prologue available now.
And now,
Play
a
that
world
prologue.
premiere from a studio based in Quebec called Game Team 6. This is their second game together, and it's one of those where the title kind of tells you all you really need
4
to
to
know.
go.
And has you sold before you've even seen a pixel. Please enjoy your first look at Tire Boy.
Tire Boy.
Tire Boy.
Tire Boy.
You ever seen the horror movie Tire?
I'm Corey Martin.
No.
Rubber?
I'm Thomas Tobin.
Rubber?
No.
And I'm Andy Chmalenko. We're co-creators of Game Team 6, a small studio from Canada making heartfelt games with big ideas. We're so excited to introduce you to Tire Boy, a playful action-adventure platformer about a tire person. Tire Boy
It's
is
like
fast
that
and nimble,
meme
leaping
where
through
those
lush
two guys are
environments,
fighting in the
solving
tire.
environmental puzzles and taking on heroic battles.
For real, it's like they're pretending to be Souls characters.
All while helping locals
Unfamiliar
and
with
uncovering
that.
his
You
own
haven't seen that
past.
one?
No.
Fireboy may be the
He's
last of his
50s.
kind and was lost as a child. At the start of the game, we learn how he was raised by a large owl named Nestwick and doesn't know much about his family or ancestors.
Nestwicks.
It's a story about connection and curiosity.
You ever do
As
that?
Tire
You ever
Boy
go on a
journeys
tire like
through
that?
a vast,
As a
Only a
unfamiliar
swing.
world,
A
searching
tire
for
swing.
purpose and traces of his forgotten origins.
Many of the locals have
This
grown
looks
fond
fun.
of Tire Boy. They'll often ask him for things ranging from small favors to the game's main objective, which is to repair a giant radio transmitter to help
The
the local
running
community make
still in
contact
the
with
tire
long-lost
is
travelers.
wild.
In spite of its silly premise, we're striving to make the world feel really grounded and genuine.
Another thing we've emphasized throughout development is being playful with the scale of things in the world, wanting to make the player feel small and make you feel like a kid, giving you that
That's a big
childlike
bunny.
experience of feeling like everything around you is impossibly big. And that has a meaningful impact on gameplay, given that you move fast and it feels more satisfying to do so in a big, sprawling world.
Tire Boy is weird, heartfelt, and full of little surprises. We've built it to feel like a place you'll want to come back to,
That was an electric
whether you're
guitar.
chasing big moments or just soaking in the quiet ones.
Wishlist Tire
Sounds
Boy
fun.
on Steam now and follow @tireboygame.com on Blue Sky to keep up to date. Thanks
Blue
for watching
Sky,
and enjoy the rest
shout
of the show.
out.
Who doesn't love a vacation? TOEM took us on a delightful expedition, and the sequel, TOEM 2, takes us even further from 2D to 3D. Something we made
TOEM
from
2, do we
Sweden
know about this?
does it again.
Okay.
Hello,
There's a
everyone.
dinosaur in the
I'm
background.
Lucas. And I'm Niklas, co-founders and developers at Something We Made. Some of you might remember us, or even better, our little game TOEM from 2021's showcase.
Hell yeah,
Making
dude.
TOEM
TOEM's
was an
sick.
adventure on its own. We never thought it would bring a whole chapter afterwards filled with love from all around the world. And that's why it's exciting and honestly a bit scary returning to something so dear to our and others' hearts. We teased the game at Wholesome Snack in December, and we're beyond stoked to show the game for the very first time.
Wow, dude.
Oh yeah,
TOEM
that's a lot
2 is
better.
still a photography adventure that resides in a whimsical world, where the main objective is to photograph a phenomenon known as TOEM. Set a few years after the original game, our protagonist now jumps into their biggest adventure yet. And what the phenomenon is this time, well, you'll have to discover that yourself. Along their journey, they'll stumble upon special NPCs we call friends, each with their own personality and questline. These friends allow deeper relationships for
We
the player,
call friends.
aiding them through fears and difficulties, hence becoming friends. Each friend gives the player what we call a camera tool. These tools allow new and interesting ways of interacting with the world through your camera. For example, the scissors, which cut things.
Oh, crazy.
Sick.
Or take the hammer, which, yeah, you guessed it, is great for smashing stuff.
As you might have noticed, we have updated the visuals. It's a crafty mix of render styles
Richard
that allows
Scary
us to
vibes.
reimagine the world without compromising on the vibes.
Cozy.
And finally, and maybe most importantly, we have a new movement system. It's probably the biggest change compared to TOEM 1, and you can now jump and climb your way through the environment. It adds a lot of
Looks
playfulness
so
for us when
good.
designing quests and regions,
Hype check, bud.
ultimately making the world
good.
feel more
I
free.
mean, I didn't get to
and
play the
open.
first one. I think Jones is the one.
And don't you worry, the
played it
handy
first.
camera continues to be the main gameplay component. This time, we made it feel a bit faster and snappier. And tying that in with the new movement, we can't wait to see the photos you'll take.
So to recap, more story, updated
Chat
visuals,
says
and a
Jones
fun
did play
new
this.
movement system, but still the very same chill and cozy experience. The whole team is working so very hard
Slice of bread
to make
that made a
TOEM
loaf
2
of bread.
something that can stand proudly besides the original game. It's
kind of dark.
Celebrating what worked,
It had a child.
improving the rest. So if you're interested to learn more, go wishlist the game and join our Discord. See you all real soon.
Hello. Are you looking for a way to support Day of the Devs and you just don't know what to do? We have a new collaboration with our partners at the Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences. They have an annual program called Game Maker Sketchbook, which sees a celebration of artistry in games. And we don't mean just concept art, we mean character designs, we mean storyboards, we mean iconography.
Sorry, we're closed.
All the different kinds of art that go into developing a game, they are putting a spotlight on, and it's awesome. This year we worked with an illustrator called Nimit Malavia to make this epic piece that features characters from all the best games of the year. Literally dozens and dozens of characters.
That
A veritable Where's
is
Waldo of
awesome.
every game character that you love. That print is limited edition
I need
and
that.
on sale at imapit.com.
Do they have to do
All the
licensing for
proceeds
that
go to
kind
the
of thing?
AIAS Foundation and
I
Day
need
of the
this.
Devs.
That's crazy.
Literally,
There's so
we're
many different
nonprofits
things in there.
I need
asking
that.
for
I need
your
that.
dough, but like, it doesn't just mean giving money. It means you get something in return too. Isn't that a joyous thing?
We want to give a huge shout out to our flagship sponsor at Xsola, who really helped make Day of the Devs happen this year.
They're
Xsola is
gonna
a
have
global
a
video game commerce
Game Maker
company that
Sketchbook
aligns with our
gallery at
mission
the
to help
campus.
developers
Great.
connect directly with
So that
players
might
and sell
actually be
more
there. You might be
games
able to take a
without
look
giving
at
up
it.
control
Sick.
or extra revenue. Launching today is a new Day of the Devs activation on the Xsola Mall to spotlight some of our favorite games from recent Day of the Devs
Xsola
showcases.
Mall.
Scan the
Every
QR
time I
code
get a
below
bill from
or head to this
Xsola, I'm like,
URL
what the
to explore
fuck
some
is that?
amazing
And then
indie
it's like my
games. And
Twitch
thanks again to
subs
Xsola
or
for
whatever.
supporting the celebration
And
of
I'm always like,
creativity
what?
and community.
Oh.
Thank you, Greg, for that riff on Xsola. We are so happy to have them as our flagship sponsor. But we also have some other sponsors to thank because
It was
takes
a
village
cyan
to
artwork.
support
I
Day of the
think it
Devs.
was
We are a
from
nonprofit, and
Firmament or
every little bit helps.
Abduction, maybe?
We got our
I can't
founding
remember the one with
sponsors, Double Fine Productions and I Am 8-Bit. We have a whole list of other folks that have been contributing throughout the last year, and we just want to give them a shout out. Annapurna Interactive,
Shout out.
Blumhouse Games, Devolver Digital, Idea Xbox, 47
This isn't Jeff
Communications,
paying the
Panic,
bills, though. So.
No,
PlayStation.
and this is
They're
non-profit.
nonprofits.
Yeah,
They gotta,
this-
they gotta
Sabotage
shout out their
Studio,
sponsors.
Yeah, they gotta pay the
Studio
bills.
MDHR,
Yeah.
Summer Game Fest,
This one's
and Jeff
different.
Keighley,
Yeah,
and
different
the whole
vibe.
gang at the Game Awards for your continuous support. Thank you so much.
And if you'd like to donate directly to Day of the Devs, you can go to dayofthedevs.org and do so there. And remember, Day of the Devs is a 501c3 nonprofit organization, so any donations are 100% tax deductible.
If you like what you saw here today and want more, just follow us on the World Wide Web, www.
The World Wide Web.
Please
World
wish
Wide
list
Web.
these games. It means a lot to the developers. And thank you for watching today. Thanks to all the developers for sharing their games. And thank you to all our generous sponsors for making this possible. We'll see you next time on Day of the Devs. Point.
Nice.
Huge thanks to our friend Dose One for providing the beats for today's show. And please stay tuned for a
Dose
musical
One.
performance from the game Unbeatable and the band Peak Divide.
What is
I'm
Devolver
RJ Lake,
on?
and I'm directing Unbeatable, a game where music is legal and you
It's
do
supposed
crimes
to
with
be
Andrew
on
Sy over
right
at
after
Diesel.
this.
They
is a
always do this
never-before-heard
to us, where they have a
track
music
from
performance,
this is mostly a
and then
never-before-heard
Devolver
track
happens
from
like 15
Unbeatable.
minutes after it's
It's
supposed
not a
to.
live performance, but all the performances in
I'll see
it
if I
are
can
live, if that makes
find
sense.
out
That's because the
without
guitarist is
spoiling
playing
what's
lead
in
guitar
Devolver.
and rhythm guitar and acoustic guitar and is the drummer, and our keyboardist is the cameraman. This should show you probably just how much work goes into even one of the songs on our 100% original soundtrack, which, by the way, starting right now,
it just
you
says
can pre-order at
June 6th, 5 p.m. on the Game Awards
That's right,
YouTube
at
and Twitch channels, which is where we are.
dieselgames.bandcamp.com. You can pre-order the soundtrack and you'll get all of the songs that we've shown off so far, including this one. Enjoy.
So what is your three? Okay.
Has your voice been truly lost away? Kept inside these worn out days we made.
This seems great.
Yeah, this is a good point for that.
Yeah, honestly, my ears hurt with these headphones.
Yeah. And then after a certain amount of time, like no matter how good the headphones are, it's just gonna happen.
Good music.
Unbeatable is one of Mouse games.
Nice. Really
It's jolly, dude.
They have that more selected, even though they told us how many games they get submitted. That's like insane.
Yeah, well, it's not just that. It's it's the fact that like they can just be like, hey, look, here's a chill game, check it out.
Yeah.
It's like they're not trying to build it up to be like, here's the most exciting thing you're gonna see for the next 6 months.
Like Resident Evil Requiem?
Well, wait to see more. As I said, there are a few like nice games in SGF, but very rough. Very rough year.
I don't know if I felt like it was rough, but yeah, there's only.
Well, I meant like Jeff can't control what's coming out, but I'm right. Maybe it's more reflective of the state of the industry that is.
There was still it wasn't the best
focused game.
It wasn't the best show, but there was still a nice handful of games where I was like, I want to play that. I want to play that.
That's why, yeah. So there feel like diamonds in the rough.
The puppet boxing game.
Yeah, that was like cool to see.
Yeah. Some cool games.
We got like Scott Pilgrim EX.
Yeah.
We got
It'll look sick. The other one, the Void Abyss one or whatever, the top-down survival horror looking one.
Oh yeah.
Looked awesome. Jamming out over here.
Yeah. I was very surprised about whatever the killer heist game or the sheep vs wolf game. Especially after CEO was like, we're changing course and we're doubling down on like bigger IPs and.
But they're publishing that, so they a lot of the time Square Enix will publish these small games on the side and like won't even really tell anybody.
I still feel like this was something that was already like handled a while ago.
Sure,
man. I was like expecting to see even fewer of these types of things that they'd even publish. I'm like,
That song is called Worn Out Tapes, and it's actually going to be playable in our demo starting during Steam Next Fest on June 9th, alongside Worn Out Tapes' Tally Ho version, which you might recognize from Rhythm Doctor.
I remember hearing that first version of Worn Out Tapes all the way back in 2018, which is when we started working on the game. As time went on, the style of the game's music and the way we designed the charts for it evolved. And it's a full circle moment getting to bring you this brand new edition of the song when made for their final version of the game.
Both the vocal album and the score for Unbeatable just went live on dieselgames.bandcamp.com for pre-order. And if you pre-order the vocal album, you get all of the songs that we've shown off so far, including Worn Out Tapes.
They haven't said that they're not having a thing, they just haven't said when the thing is.
The demo, all the
Which means they're having
music,
something
all
on
the
Wednesday at
baseball
6 a.m.
stuff from the demo.
And
for sure.
not
You can also listen to
Wednesday
all
6
of
a.m.
that
for sure.
starting today on our YouTube channel. And that's
I'll just
basically
buy all the
it for
games
my
for
calls
my
to
Switch
action for this.
Whatever.
What else is there to say besides
For sure,
wish
Wednesday,
list the
6
game,
a.m.
play the demo,
Like,
and
there's never been a
thank
more
you
certain
a lot. Like genuinely super. I'm not. We're not here without you. Like genuinely, I don't have anything to say. I don't have any real words. all the planned stuff ended
phasing out of whatever this
back
is.
when I stopped
Well,
talking
he's
about the
struggling,
album.
to be honest.
This
It's like he doesn't know what he's saying
I
right
can't
now.
really think of a good way to
I don't-
thank you because
This is really odd for
there is
something that I
more
don't know and haven't been
love
following.
that has come into D-Cell.
You know? Like, I'm sure
than
this is
I
awesome
have
for
any
the
idea
community that's into
what
it.
to do with.
What?
This game doesn't exist without the support we've
Insiders.
gotten so far. So,
Insiders.
oh my god, from the bottom of my heart.
Like, what a
and
spoiler,
everyone at
dude.
D-Cell
What a
Games,
rude
thank you
spoiler.
very
They're
much.
having.
We're
It's
gonna
a
continue
it's
trying to do
pandemonium
the
over
best
there,
we
so
can
who
do.
knows?
All right, credits.
All right.
Devolver coming.
Devolver.
I wouldn't be surprised if we get through this and there's like, here's a countdown. 10 minutes till Devolver.
God.
Devolver. Resident Evil Requiem.
Q is a 9. None of us guessed that.
Requiem.
Do you think Rose will be in it?
Everyone
Everyone's
is potentially going to be in it.
We're going to every location.
There's a chance for
You
everyone.
reminded me a
And
lot of
every
Rose, so I think
She
they might go
seemed
to the
like
same
Rose.
barber.
She seemed. I thought she was Rose.
Straight up, dude. Straight up, dude. You know, flashbacks, dude.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, when you like mash it up. Yeah. So funny, dude. Holy shit. Yeah. Unreal. Unfucking